going on, guys? Mike with Mito Insulation. Just had a little rant here. I'm actually not out of town this week. I'm actually back home in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and it's April and it's snowing, so that's awesome. I don't even know, a few inches, which is crazy. I'm like, how is this possible? I thought this was all over with, but apparently not. But I had this like thought come to mind. I was gonna kind of do a video here on it and just kind of bring it up and see how other people maybe experience this kind of thing. I know for us, we've had a bunch of lead time issues throughout the pandemic, and then ever since then, so whatever, 2.5-ish years now, 2 years, whatever it's been. It's starting to get a little bit better now, but it's still tough. We are super proactive with our business model, so that's kind of like what I do. I travel around to, do pre-cons and make sure I have everything we need logistical wise for the guys and for the office, because no one else can see it, until they get there, obviously. But I'm out there making sure all the problems are kind of out of the way. And a big problem I kind of ran into, not like, I guess it was a huge problem, but the problem I've been running into is that like people don't even, I don't know if it's not they don't expect me to be there or they don't care that I'm there, but I'm there very early, right? So like I've been checking on jobs, going to them before concrete even starts to get some kind of information logistical wise, looking 3-4 months in advance, where I don't know if anyone else is doing that. I mean, that's why it's kind of a shock. I mean, it's probably like roughly 70% of the supervisors that I talk to are cool, and they're like, hey man, like, we'd like to see that you're here, and here's all the information you pretty much need, and it really helps us moving forward and kind of gives us a foothold in the job before we even are doing anything. But then some of the supervisors don't even want anything to hear about what I'm doing. They don't want anything to do with me, and they brush me off, and they're all mad that I show up. And yes, I do get it. I do show up kind of unannounced because my plan is always travel to whatever, 40 jobs or whatever, 30 jobs or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Especially if they're super new, I can, do 7 or 10 jobs in a day, depending on kind of how far we're driving. So, yeah, I do kind of show up. I don't really know I'm going to be there, so I guess I could see them being angry because it's like, oh, why are you just showing up randomly? But the ones that don't want to help me, and they don't really care to help me, and they don't really care for me to be there, those jobs tend to have more problems off the rip of the job starting for us, you know what I mean? Or they're always yelling at us, we're trying to get material, and I have to go figure out all the information for myself. So it does become very difficult in that aspect. But it's nice to have the supers do help me, you know what I mean? They do give us and all the information we need, and gives me the framers numbers. And I've been working with framers more now than I ever have been in the past. I'm working for Mito for whatever, 5 or 6 years now. And the first 3 years, I mean, I rarely talked to the supers and the framers super for like insulation purposes. And I would do pre-con meetings with the supervisors on the jobs for the GC like a few weeks before we would start, not months in advance. So yes, it is different, but I don't know if anyone else is doing that, and I just think that it would be, obviously I want to get to 100%, and I try to be cool and help out everyone out, and if when we help people out or people help us out, it does make a difference for the job, and it does make it nice. And it's cool because I try to make friends with the supervisors, because it's always cool. And then if we do a good job and everything goes well to plan, it's like we like to hook you guys up with cool Mito gear. I mean, it's pretty sweet. Camo, I mean, who doesn't like camo? I don't know. But I don't know, it's a thought that I had, and kind of what I've experienced in day-to-day operations out here at Mito Insulation. So yeah, just want to give a little brain thought. That's all. Thanks.